If right now God Himself stood before you and said, "Ask. What do you want?" What would you ask for? The world runs after money, power, status and recognition. But there was once a king who had achieved everything, King Bali. King Bali was not only powerful, but generous, righteous, and a true devotee of Lord Vishnu. Through his bravery and charity, he gained control over all the three worlds. Even the gods trembled at his name. But when ego awakens in the heart of man, God Himself comes to test him. One day during a sacred ritual, a small young Brahman boy arrived. That boy was none other than Vishnu in his Vamana avatar. With great humility, he said, "O king, grant me just 3 steps of land." Bali smiled and replied, "I have conquered the 3 worlds, and you ask for just 3 steps of land? Of course, take it." At that moment, Bali's guru Shukracharya understood that this was no ordinary Brahman. He warned King Bali, "O king, he may look small, but he is truly Vishnu. He has come for the benefit of the gods. If you grant this offering, you will lose all your kingdom and power. Do not give." Bali remained silent for a moment. Then he replied firmly, "If God Himself has come to my door, and I refuse to give, then what is the value of my kingdom, my fame, or even my life?" That is true devotion. Where there is no desire, only surrender. Bali kept his promise. And in that moment, Vaman smiled. Then he began to grow and grow. With his first step he covered the entire earth. With his second step he covered heaven and the skies. Everything was gone in just 2 steps. Now where should the third step be? Bali bowed his head and said, "Lord, place your third step on my head." That was complete self-surrender. Where ego ends, God appears. God placed the third step on Bali's head. But instead of punishment, He granted elevation. He said, "Bali, you have shown extraordinary love and devotion. I make you the king of Sutal Lok, a realm of infinite prosperity, abundance and peace. And listen, I myself will stand guard at your kingdom. I will protect you. You will never be alone." Just imagine. God Himself became his guardian. Such greatness is granted only through devotion and surrender. Bali lost everything, but in return he gained God. In life, when we release our ego, our plans, our stubbornness, our need for control, God gives us far more than we could ever ask for. True devotion is not, "God, give me this, give me that." True devotion is, "Lord, I am yours." Where there is surrender, God Himself stands watch. If today God truly appeared before us and asked, "Ask, what do you want?" what would 99% of us say? "Lord, increase my business. Get me a good job. Give me more money. Give me fame. Make people respect me. Let everyone notice me." Right? The bitter truth is, we don't want God. We want benefits from God. We say every day, "God will take care of everything." But the next morning we run again. Stress, ego, competition, show-off, comparison, restlessness. Why? Because we want to gain everything like King Bali. But we don't want to bow our heads for the third step. We want God to follow our plan, live life according to our script, and fulfill our desires. But Bali taught us, as long as we instruct God, God will remain distant. And the day we hand our life over to God, God takes care of life. The real problem is not that life is difficult. The real problem is, we want to control everything. And the real solution is, where control ends, compassion begins. Where ego falls, God descends. Where the head bows, destiny rises. Bali did not lose the world. He released control and gained God. And truly, when one gains God, winning or losing the world no longer matters. If this story touched your heart, take a moment and write in the comments, "I surrender." These words will mark the beginning of a transformation within you.